Hey there folks, Rel here. This episode we'll be reviewing the Pulsar Compact, which is a VS carbine available to both engineer and light assault classes. We'll be taking a look first at the weapon-specific stats, then the attachments, before finally talking about the general strategies for this weapon. The Pulsar Compact has a 30-round magazine with 150 in reserve. In most of the footage, I am actually using the suit upgrade that lets you hold additional ammo, so don't let that confuse you. If you have a round in the chamber, the Pulsar C reloads in 2 seconds flat, but if the clip is completely empty, it will reload in 2.65 seconds. Now, the Pulsar C deals some of the highest carbine damage in the game. Within 10 meters, it deals 167 damage per shot, so that's your maximum damage, and a minimum of 112 damage at 15 meters or greater. This means that to take down an enemy from full to zero with chest shots alone, it will take 6 shots within 10 meters and at most 9 shots at longer ranges. But if the enemy is even slightly damaged to begin with, it will be a 5-shot kill range within 10 meters and an 8-shot kill range at maximum distance. Unfortunately, the Pulsar C only fires at 577 rounds per minute, which shares a slot for the 3rd slowest firing carbine in the game. That's pretty much bad news bears for anybody who wants to participate in close range combat. Projectile velocity is pretty high as far as carbines go at 515, and it also has the ability to slap on high velocity ammunition, further emphasizing its range capabilities. Unlike most Vanu weaponry, the recoil pattern is straight up with slight deviations to the left and the right. Most Vanu weapons will kick up and to the right, so that's something that you might have to compensate for. While hip firing, the weapon isn't amazingly accurate and it blooms out a little more quickly than other carbines, but it does have very good ADS accuracy with a low first shot multiplier. This essentially translates to making it very easy to control while bursting. As far as attachments go, there aren't a whole lot of options, but they're all very good. It can be fitted with high velocity ammunition, a compensator or suppressor, a flashlight of course, a standard laser sight, and a standard or advanced forward grip. At first look, the compensator is pretty much a given for this weapon as it's meant for range and it lowers your vertical recoil, but the effects, if they're there, aren't that drastic, at least not as drastic as I would expect them to be. So here's a quick comparison. That said, the suppressor will dip your range damage to a noticeable degree, so I can't really suggest using that. It's really unfortunate that the Pulsar C doesn't have a flash suppressor, but you know, what can you do? If I had to choose between forward grip or laser sight, I would definitely go for the forward grip. My mentality for this weapon is that I want to avoid close quarters combat altogether if I can help it. The side-to-side recoil reduction from the advanced forward grip makes a night and day difference for distant encounters. The laser sight will, of course, help you in close quarters combat situations, but instead of supplementing the weaknesses of this weapon, I'd much rather play to its strength, which is, of course, ranged combat. High velocity ammunition is a given on this weapon. There are 0 downsides to equipping HVA. Unlike soft point, which will actually hurt your damage over a distance, high velocity ammo is going to extend that kill range and speed up your bullets in flight. Absolutely buy and equip this as soon as you can. For scopes, it comes down to personal preference. I tried the 6x Trigon, but I really didn't like it. I'm currently using a 3.4x scope, and it feels the best for the ranges and situations that I usually deal with. But like I said, this is definitely personal preference. If you wanted to choke up on short range encounters, I can definitely see you going for a night vision scope or a 2x. So personal suggestions as far as attachments are, I would go with a 3.4x scope, a compensator, high velocity ammo, and an advanced forward grip. These attachments are going to transform the Pulsar C into a very easy to control monster at medium to long ranges. General strategies for this weapon are as follows. On your light assault, trees and rooftops play to this weapon's strength, making it very easy to rack up kills from a distance. As an engineer, don't be a solo machine. The Pulsar C is a great range support weapon. Sticking with your allies will make it easier to pick off fleeing targets that are already softened up. For either class, if you're lining up a shot on an unaware target, put your crosshair on their head, then immediately drag the mouse downward as you full auto it. Most of the time you'll end up getting a kill before they even know what's happening. On moving targets at closer ranges, you want to do the opposite. So unless you have really good aim and you're very good with recoil compensation, aim for the chest and let the weapon kick upwards. At extremely long ranges, burst is better. If you drop a couple shots on a target but they start running away, don't just hold down the full auto and hope you get them. Let the gun settle down, then fire another volley. Overall, the Pulsar C has a really good feel to it and is very easy to get used to. You'll be able to decimate targets at medium to longer ranges, and high velocity ammo makes it even more effective. In close quarter situations, you are at a disadvantage, but it's a great option for light assaults that like to hide in the treetops, or for engineers who tend to play support. If it fits your playstyle, it wouldn't be a bad idea to shell out some cash for this weapon, but you may start missing your faster firing carbines or attached grenade launchers. I think that about wraps it up. If you found this video interesting or helpful, please feel free to like, subscribe, and tell your friends about the channel. I may be doing a review on the new Valnu SMG since I caved and bought it, but there are definitely a number of reviews out about it already, so I'm still on the fence. Let me know what you'd like to see in the comments below. Thanks very much, folks. Rail signing off.